Enrollment and registration. Students are registered to semesters and enrolled to classes. Students are able to enroll into any classes of the same semesters to which they are registered to. Registering students to semesters is done from the student's program page. When you first created the student, one of the required fields was the semester field. After you created the student, the semester field moved to the student's program page. For detailed instructions on how to register a student to a semester, see the appropriate help tutorial in the student section. There are two ways to enroll students to classes. In the first method, when you enroll students to the class from the class itself, you will only see students that are registered to the same semester as that class. Similarly, in the second method, when you enroll a specific student to their classes, from the student itself, you will only see available classes of the same semesters that the student is registered for. For detailed instructions on how to enroll students to classes, see the appropriate help tutorials in the student or class section. A student will always have one enrollment status at any given time. The enrollment statuses can be customized to help you track the life cycle of a student. 3 statuses are system fields that cannot be modified, including enrolled, new applicant, and alumni. You can add more statuses like waiting list, rejected, left early, and backed out. For detailed instructions on how to customize the enrollment status, see the appropriate help tutorial in the Student CRM and Custom Fields section. The enrollment type will have an effect on students in the following ways. For example, when taking attendance, only enrolled students will display on the roster, and all other enrollment types will be hidden. On the other hand, when enrolling students to classes, you can enroll them to classes regardless of their enrollment type, both when enrolling them from within the student or from within the class. Similarly, when cloning a class with the option copy registered students, all students will be enrolled to the new class regardless of their enrollment status. Please note, however, that their enrollment status will stay the same. However, when enrolling students to the class, using the Enroll All Students feature, which is located in the class's settings, only students with an enrollment type enrolled will be enrolled to the class. The enrollment type will also affect how students display throughout the system. For example, on the student list page, located by selecting the main menu, Students, you will see a filter for the enrollment type. The other filters are optional and are there to help you narrow down the list of students by year, semester, track, and dormers. These filters have a cookie, which saves your last chosen filters, so that you won't have to reselect them every time you come back to this page. Please note that the cookie will only work if you select Remember Me when logging into the system. The enrollment filter allows you to filter the list of students based on the enrollment types. You can remove an enrollment type by selecting its X icon, or select the field to add one or more enrollment types to further narrow down the list of students. The enrollment filter choices automatically change back to either enrolled or alumni based on the following. When you select the current school year, it assumes that you want to view all of the enrolled students, so the enrollment filter will get set to enrolled. When you select any other school year, other than the current year, the system will assume that you want to view alumni, so the enrollment filter will get set to alumni. Please note that the current year is determined by the current year field, located in the school settings. To update the current year, select Settings from the main menu. Then select the Settings menu, Customize, and select the desired year in the current year field. By manually updating the current year, you can control at what exact point the new year starts. Another factor that determines which students will display when the enrolled filter is set to enrolled is the kick-in date. If the current date is before the semester start date, enrolled students will not display, as the semester has not started yet. The kick-in date allows you to determine how much time before the semester start date the students will show as enrolled. Each semester has a unique kick-in date. The kick-in date is located by selecting the main menu, Settings. Then select the Settings menu, Years. Select Edit for the desired year. Then select the Semesters tab. And then select Edit for the desired semester. In the Kicks in Date field, enter the date from when you want students to start showing as enrolled. This date could be the semester start date, or any time beforehand. And finally, select Save. The custom student reports also have a student enrollment filter, and act in the same way as the student list page. Custom student reports are located by selecting the main menu, Reports, and then selecting one of the student reports. The built-in reports are the reports found at the top of the page. Most of these reports are related to students, and will show students of all enrollment types, including alumni. These reports will show students based on their registered semester, and not based on their enrollment status. The only way to hide a student from these reports is by removing them from the semester. Please note that removing a student from a semester, or changing their enrollment status, does not delete their grades, attendance, or other data. So for example, if a student left school in the middle of the semester, you can change their enrollment status from enrolled to any other enrollment type, and this will hide them from attendance rosters, but they will still display in the built-in reports. If you then also remove them from a specific semester, they will not show on the reports for those semesters. If a student left early and did not complete the semester, you may want to remove them from the semester, so that they do not get credit for those semester's classes. If the student comes back to school, you can register them back to the semester, and change their enrollment status back to enrolled, and they will show up again on attendance rosters and reports, and still have all of their original attendances and grades. In this case, if you want to excuse them from the lessons that they missed, you can create a multi-day student exemption for them. For more information on student exemptions, see the appropriate help tutorial in the student section.